I mean, you're free to.
What the enemy say?
Alrighty, welcome everybody to another wonderful week of AVG. I'll be your shoutcaster tonight, Complex, joined here by none other than my wonderful friend Zero Kills for you. How you doing today, man?
Hey, doing great. Glad to be here.
Awesome. And we got a little bit of a spicy matchup here tonight. It's your team, actually, Royal Vagabonds, taking on I'm Not Trying, Intensifies team. So tell me, what do you think about this matchup? How do you think your team's going to stack up?
Without me, I'm not sure. But hey, I believe in them, okay?
You know what? I believe in them too. I think they got a real solid chance here, man. I mean, look, if we're looking at favorites right now based off standings, I'm Not Trying would be considered the favorite in this matchup. But with all things considered, we've seen crazier things, and last week's performance was a little bit of a sketchy one from them. So, I mean, I'm Not Trying has definitely been kind of finding their groove lately, and who knows? Maybe this week we'll see some upsets.
Yeah. Full respect to IMT. I feel like they can pull it out. And whatever happens tonight, I mean, more power to them.
Yeah, absolutely. So, tell me, going into this, what kind of matchups are you looking forward to the most? What kind of solo lanes or bot lane or jungle? Like, what do you think we need to keep our eye on?
Definitely that mid and bot lane matchup. There's two supports in the bot lane, and I feel Intensify. I mean, I want to see what he's gonna do.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely curious to see what Intensify is going to do this week. He's definitely been, one of the shining stars of their team. I'm Not Trying. He's been popping off lately, doing really well. Last week was a little bit of a scary performance, but he was still able to clutch up and help push his team through. And looking at this bot lane, I mean, you're not playing tonight, so we got Panu Gaku with your boy Pick Lulu Thresh. That is Plots, correct?
Yep, that is Plots.
So we got Plots and Panugaku subbing in the bot lane here. So tell me, Plots is now playing ADC this game, correct?
Yeah, he'll be ADC.
So what do you know about Plots ADC? Is he comfortable with the role? What overall can you tell me about him?
Yeah, he's a flex player. He can do both jungle, ADC, and support. So I have full respect. I think he'll pull it.
Gotcha. Yeah, absolutely. I can say this, from what I have seen from the bottom lane, it definitely looks like he was more comfortable kind of dictating the pace of the lane. So him swapping over to ADC here, I'm curious if he's going to try to, keep that same kind of mentality in the bot lane, or if Panugaku is going to step up and kind of, shot call some.
Yeah, I know. Panagaku from experience of an old league. He's also a really good coach and a really good player. So I mean, I have full respect for Panagaku in subbing in for me, and also
Absolutely.
playing support for Plots. I feel like they're gonna do well.
Yeah. So instead of having just one replacement, we're seeing two different roles basically. Plots is playing a different role than what he may be used to the most, and we have somebody else stepping in the support position. So the bot lane matchup, I mean, we don't really know what to expect. From what you have said, though, if Plots is able to comfortably play this role and play it well, the only thing it's really going to come down to is the kind of synergy issues that they're going to have. Have they been able to put in some time, play a few games together, or is this going to be their first showing together?
Now, I mean, we can expect the best out of these two in the bot lane.
Yeah, I agree.
I want to see how Bio and Gogo wants to what they'll do against it.
Yeah, absolutely. Bio and Gogo is definitely kind of shown to be one of the stronger spot lanes in this league so far. They've had a lot of really good showings and been able to pop off and carry games at times. So it's very curious to see how they react to this. But looking at this jungle matchup, so I believe Conqueror might be playing the jungle role today. Now, obviously, there is the possibility that they could lane swap, or role swap rather, after draft. But just kind of how the lineups are set right now, I am very curious to see if we're going to have Conqueror stick with the jungle role? And if he does, what are we going to see him play? Because we know he plays a lot of things. Oh, and looking at it now, looking like we are kicking off with Pro Draft. First ban, Ezreal. And the Tristana immediately answered. Tristana, very smart ban. You know, taking it away from the mid lane and bot lane flex. You know, it's turned out to be a comfort pick for Intensify if he's able to get his hands on it. And throwing the ban at the Ezreal. So I'm not super familiar with the Ezreal of plots, but hey, Ezreal and Vayne now also being banned. So 2 ADCs, Olaf, Galio. Wow, we are just popping off the bans here.
We're going through it quick.
So looking at it here, I mean, definitely taking away the Ezreal, trying to take away some safety from the bot lane, taking away the Vayne. You know, kind of something you could expect if you're planning on playing something like an Alistar, something with more engage, heavy orientation, or if they plan on just playing a very tanky comp. So it might be foreshadowing a little bit of what we might see him finish out the last ban, and Wukong first pick.
That's really ballsy of him.
Yeah, the Wukong pick is definitely, it's flexible. We have seen it be played in the bot lane, we've seen it be played mid, we've seen it be played top. And they immediately answer with the Senna, so that kind of takes away the idea of doing like a Senna Wukong in the bot lane.
Yep.
Now hopefully the Senna
coming out first pick for RV.
Yeah, hopefully that Senna pick isn't something that they're planning on taking just to deny from it. I'm not trying. Hopefully they had a plan with it, and looking like they did, they go with the Senna Tahm Kench in the bot lane.
Okay. So we're obviously seeing a fasting Senna in the bot lane showing up first round.
Yeah, fasting Senna is still very, very strong right now in the current meta. And Jhin being the answer, your favorite pick to see, Jhin Brand. Wow, this is a spicy bot lane matchup.
I'm surprised they're not going for the Samira.
Yeah, Samira was left up. I would have liked to have seen it, but you know what? I do like the Brand pick into Tahm Kench. You know, you need somebody with that max HP percent burn, and Brand definitely fills that role. And then some, and then seeing a Udyr rounding out the last of the picks in the first phase here. So tell me, what do you think of these first 3 picks?
Well, for INT, they definitely have a lot of team fight. They got team fight with the Wukong Brand and Jhin for the safety utility, and for RV, they got the fasting Senna and the Udyr to be like speeding them in for the early game. So I know I see it's gonna be all hands on this early game.
Yeah, absolutely. And Nivea and LeBlanc being banned. So throwing some target bans in the mid lane, trying to push Intensify off some sort of comfort pick that they may be expecting. Meanwhile, Intensify and company are going with the Set ban. You know, Set is a very strong ban. I know Sidro plays it. I know Conqueror can also play it very comfortably in the jungle position. So very curious to see what we have here for their final ban of draft phase.
It's the Kled.
The Kled. Target banning Sidro. You know, Sidro's a very good Kled player from what I've seen. You know, up there with the likes of maybe Axiom even. So, showing some respect to that top lane.
So they're either going to probably go for a blind top here into either counterpicking the Wukong or something safe.
It's very possible.
Into the Malphite. Into the Malphite R4. Pretty good overall team fight. Re-engage.
Yeah, no, I really need to see what they got for an AP, kind of probably a control mage. I'd like to see an Orianna maybe from the mid lane here, and going with the Akali pick. Now Akali is a flex pick, and Zac. So the real question is this Wukong jungle, or is this Zac jungle? Because I know Zac top lane is a thing in the meta.
It's definitely a Wukong top into this Malphite. That's what I'm feeling it, but it could also be an Akali into Malphite. I'm not sure of the matchup of Malphite into Akali.
I believe that matchup is Malphite favored.
Yeah.
I think you and I have a little bit of experience of Conqueror playing Akali into Malphite in a previous playoff match.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't turn out too well, but we do see the Orianna. The Orianna is what I wanted to see. Orianna Malphite is a very scary combo. Yeah. So looking at these drafts, I mean, I'm not trying has some flexibility here, because this could be a Zac top lane, Wukong jungle. It could be Wukong top lane, Zac jungle. You know, it could be either or there. The Akali could be mid. Hell, it could be a Wukong mid lane, Akali top lane. Like, Celibate Squirrel has been known to play the Akali pick, so there's a lot of flexibility with this, and we won't really know where any of this stuff is going. But just on paper, looking at these two drafts, I think Royal Vagabonds definitely has a stronger team fight, but I'm not trying might have stronger solo lanes.
It's definitely to see if these solo lanes can get ahead. Because I don't think Orianna can beat Akali or Wukong.
Yeah.
If Akali could beat Orianna in the mid lane.
I think it's a bit more of a skill matchup. I think
Yeah,
if you're a
that's
really
what I'm thinking.
comfortable Akali player, I think you definitely can beat the Orianna. But Orianna could also, just hold her own, just clear waves, have strong wave control once you get your first back, getting yourself like a lost chapter or something like that. You can definitely just, do work, do your own. And all Royal Vagabonds really needs to do is just try not to die in the early game. You can give over first dragon, you can give up some of the early pressure and whatnot, and all you got to do is scale. Hit that mid late game power spike when the Senna comes online, when Orianna's real strong,
Mm-hmm.
Malphite's too tanky to really get taken down, and Royal Vagabond should be able to just front the back win most of these team fights.
I could
That being
definitely see
said,
it that
though,
way as well.
exactly. That being said, though, you have an Akali, you have a Brand, you have a Wukong. Brand is very strong at anti-engage, being able to do a lot of work. Zac can find a lot of creative engage angles, and Akali and Wukong both have very strong backline access. So Royal Vagabonds has to understand that I'm not trying isn't going to look for a conventional front to back, and they're going to be looking for those kind of flank engages. So they have to utilize their warding extremely efficiently in order to execute this comp properly into I'm not trying.
Definitely. I can see the Zac going in and with the Akali with the Brand R. I can see that going well for their team fight. But RV can also just stand in the back line and just soak up that damage and have to let the Uda just stun bot with their own
Absolutely.
re-engage.
So looking at how the draft is turning out, it's looking like it will be a Wukong jungle, Akali top lane, and a Zac mid lane.
Whoa.
Zac mid lane into the Orianna. This is a little bit of a spicy one here.
I would say that's even worse for the Zac, isn't it?
So not necessarily. Zac has quite a bit of lane sustain. Zac has really strong setup as well in like setting up ganks and whatnot. Able to just E onto Orianna and pull her back in for an easy gank for the Wukong to execute. So Orianna has to position really smart here and understand that, if Zac has passive up, you can try to chunk him down and whatnot, but pretty much he's always going to be looking for, some sort of gank setup with the Wukong. So ideally for Orianna, you just want to make this a farm lane and just try to make sure that Zac can't roam or impact other lanes too much. Have proper river control on your vision, and Orianna should be able to get through this lane very well. The biggest thing is the fact that in team fights, the side of I'm not trying is lacking, that strong AP source in team fights. I mean, they have it with the Brand, they have it with the Akali, but then, their mid lane is now their frontliner. So one of your solo lanes is going to be taking up a lot of that XP, and that control mage that you're looking for is now going to be played in the bot lane. Not necessarily getting as much XP, maybe going to be behind a few levels to, the solo laners. So it's really on this Brand to be able to carry the AP source of damage in this game. And if he's able to do that, I'm not trying, can have a very scary team here.
I do see this Zac getting bullied out of lane from this Orianna. So if that happens, I feel like they're gonna lack a bit of tankiness coming into this mid game.
It is quite possible, yes. If Orianna manages your mana properly, has proper vision control, on paper she should be able to push Zac out of lane and take a lot of his health bar and force Zac to have to miss a lot of gold. You're probably not going to be able to completely zone him off of XP. That's just how the mid lane works. But if you can deny as much gold as possible, you can definitely try to get ahead and try to be more impactful than Zac. But at the end of the day, it is still a Zac. He's able to just, press R, press E, fly in there and, be a frontline engage. So, anyways, that is going to do it from us here. We're going to go down to a brief break while the game loads. And when we get back, I'm not trying versus Royal Vagabonds. We'll see you guys soon.
See ya. So Udyr is like his best pick. Okay. All right.
Alrighty, and we are back now, loading into game here. Looking at this one right now. So take a look at the summoner spells real quick. We have Ignite in the mid lane. Intensify with the Zac, taking the Ignite, looking like he wants to maybe go for some kill pressure. And looking in the bot lane of this Senna and Tahm Kench, they're going with the Exhaust Cleanse. So not even concerned about, taking heal in this bot lane.
Yeah, they definitely don't need it. Cleanse was taken on Tahm Kench in the MSI. So I mean, I can see Cleanse on Tahm Kench being viable, and just for the safety of the lane.
Yeah, absolutely. I think taking Cleanse is very smart. The ADC doesn't necessarily need it because you're the only one who really needs to get saved is the Tahm Kench. If he does his job properly, Senna should never be in a position where she needs to cleanse any kind of CC. And looking up here in this topside river, Malphite just walked right past the Wukong. Now, Wukong going in onto this Malphite. Malphite now forced to try to run away, taking a lot of damage right now. Zac channeling the E, going in. Doesn't quite have the range to hit the knockup, though. Malphite now forced to flash out. Zac going in with the flash Ignite auto and going to get out and will lose his passive now.
Uh-oh. We got the rotation back.
Yeah, Orianna's now up here right now, trying to do some work. Meanwhile, the Akali and the Wukong trying to help zone off, but that is a dead Zac, and now they are out of position. 4v2 now in the top side, and Akali forced to flash out of there. We'll have to try to take a back or maybe just go straight to lane. Meanwhile, though, everybody else is a little bit out of position here, so they're all going to just try to do their best to get back to lane now. However, Mo looking like he'll just get executed by Tower, forced to take a very dangerous path, and rather than risk giving over a kill, we'll just decide to get executed. So he is going to have a very slow start to his clear. That is going to be an advantage over for Conqueror. So after everything's all said and done, 2 flashes burned on the side of I'm Not Trying in exchange for just 1 flash and a teleport, as well as having to burn that Ignite early. So overall, I would say that just favors Royal Vagabonds right there.
Yeah, they got out the Zac patches, man. Just really an explosive early game coming out from both teams right now.
Absolutely. So this is definitely a spicy start to the game that I was not expecting, especially not level 1. Looking at it now, Udyr is now taking his red buff and his topside Krugs. Will be going for the Raptors, probably looking for a full 6 camp clear this game. Meanwhile, though, bottom side of the map, Biostar does end up landing the W on Jhin onto Tahm Kench, chunks him a little bit, but Tahm Kench just gonna sustain back up as he always does. A little bit low on mana though, so he will have to be a little bit careful in how he manages that. Meanwhile, currently Wukong is now on his second camp, but in the mid lane right now, Zac going in onto the Orianna, hits the E, hits the pullback. Orianna taking a big chunk of damage. Zac now just forced to kind of walk away from this, and overall comes out ahead in that exchange. Meanwhile, top side of the map, Malphite has the early push, and over here on the bottom lane, Panagaku forced to burn the cleanse, taking a lot of damage, getting chunked out, and that was some good trading from the Brand and the Jhin right there, just forcing him under tower and already with the early harass. Taking a look at these jungle camps right now, though, Conqueror is currently up in CS 17-10 right now, so he is currently ahead of camps. Meanwhile, though, mid lane, though, Intensify is going for the solo kill onto Ghost. Kiwi almost gets it,
so
takes
close.
1 tower shot, gets drops very low himself. Very
Kiwi could have went
close.
aggressive and flashed on him.
Yeah, I don't think Kiwi was expecting that last tower shot to come through. If he was, maybe he could have gone for it. Gets dropped very low himself. Both of them within an auto, just going to take a reset. Currently looking like the mid wave is going to be favoring, however, the side of Intensify right there. The wave should now start pushing back into him. And looking like both junglers will be clearing Scuttle Crabs opposite sides of the river from each other, so no action there. However, Udyr is currently up a lot of CS right now. Wukong still has his whole topside jungle to clear. Meanwhile, Udyr is already full cleared and already got his first back.
Yeah, due to that early game, Wukong had to execute and start his camp leashless. So I feel Wukong will be a bit behind in this early game, so Udyr can just run all over the map.
Yeah, absolutely. And looking at the CS gap right now, mid lane right now, is currently favoring the side of Orianna. Both of them have a kill apiece, so right now I'd say Orianna is feeling pretty good about this lane right now, despite, the early aggression in the mid lane now. Bot lane's getting a little bit spicy, a lot of trading going back and forth. Bioster and Gogo Fate both under half HP right now. However, Pickalulu Thresh going for the root, misses it. Gogo Fate sidesteps it, does a little bit of trading back, and looking like they're going in, trying to get this kill. Bioster with the 4th shot, hits the Tahm Kench, and he takes a good chunk of damage, but just going to have to back up for now and play for something else. Meanwhile, though, top side of the map, Akali is chunking out this Malphite, getting him quite low. Malphite now just under tower, trying to CS while Akali is roaming. Yep, mid lane getting a gank right now. Tensify going in. Doesn't quite hit the E, but hits the pullback. Goes to Kiwi, getting dropped very low. Ignite is trying to burn him, and Flash Q from Wukong will secure the kill. Wukong now sitting 1-1-1. Feeling very pretty despite being down a little bit in CS. He will gladly accept that kill. Bottom side of the map now. Senna and Tahm Kench both under tower trying to clear this wave, and Bioster and Gogo Fate will be taking their first back.
They're gonna get their first back, and I feel they have to either push out this wave and push, or they're gonna lose either a lot or their dragon right now.
Absolutely, I do agree. Conqueror is sitting just about half HP right now, but we'll heal up from that Gromp. Senna and Tahm Kench, though, haven't gotten their back off yet, and by the time they can shove this out, the wave might be there to catch it. Doing their best to shove it, though.
Yeah, they get to shove out.
Oh, no, but the wave will catch it just outside tower range, I do believe, so they will not be able to.
It crashes.
That is a freeze right there, my friend. That is a cannon with 3 caster freeze, so it looks like Bio, however, is hitting the wave, so it should be able to start pushing soon, hopefully. Wukong is on bottom side of the map. Conqueror is now currently top side of the map, and the Senna Tahm Kench both got their reset off, so nobody looking to pressure this dragon just yet. However, in this mid lane, Orianna is pushing pretty heavily here, but no Wukong around to go for the gank.
Yeah, if I was a betting man, I'd say they would rotate to this drag right about now.
Yeah, they definitely should. Intensify is looking like he's going to try to get a little bit of aggressive trading here, but no jungler nearby. Conqueror did just get the Scuttle Crab in topside river. Alrighty, and we are seeing some pings coming through. Looking like Conqueror will be trying to do his red buff. Maybe after taking red, he might try to look to gank this top lane. However, Akali is taking a reset now, so should be able to get away from that. Meanwhile, though, bottom lane here, looking like a little bit of trading going on. Brand getting hit by the root, getting a little bit of chunk damage taken. And meanwhile, mid lane, Intensify going in, trying to go for the all-in kill here on Orianna. He hit early 6. Orianna trying to get away, but cannot get solo killed. Intensify getting the kill onto Orianna now, getting 3 stacks onto his Dark Seal. Meanwhile, though, bottom lane here, Panagaku forced to burn his cleanse yet again. The W from Bioster coming through, hitting the root, and he's forced to just cleanse it and run away, getting dropped very low. Now they will have priority over this dragon if they want to go for it. However, Wukong is on top side of the map, so they will not be able to, unfortunately.
Yeah, Zach was overall a level ahead of the Orianna, so he re-engages onto that. Like, he's just taking every advantage he has.
Gotcha. And in the bot lane here, flashing in, going for the kill. They do end up securing the kill onto Tahm Kench. Now, Senna forced to try to do the dance, and unfortunately she cannot, ends up getting dropped. However, Conqueror is coming in here on the bottom side, going in for the gank now, trying to get the double kill here, ends up getting the first kill onto the Brand, gets the kill onto... And there it is, Wukong now comes in here, forced to push him away. However, mid lane, looking like we are seeing some fighting going on. Intensify going for yet another solo kill on the Ghost of Kiwi, and he does end up securing the kill. So, Intensify now 3-1, popping off on this mid lane Zac pick.
Oh, you never expect the Zac to be popping off this hard. But Intensify just goes ahead and proves us that there is a god.
That he does, you know, doing very, very well himself, you know, just kind of holding his own, doing his thing, and definitely just popping off in this game right now. However, top side of the map, I see a little bit of trading going on here. Akali doing some work onto this Malphite, getting him dropped to about half HP. We'll just be able to walk away, and first dragon will go to the side of I'm not trying. Wukong secures it.
So it seems Intensify is going for the AP Zac, and another re-engage.
Yeah, another gank here mid lane. This is exactly what I was talking about. You got to be careful. You got to have proper vision. Unfortunately, he does not. Doesn't respect the fact that he's got Dragon. And another kill going the way of the Zac. Meanwhile, though, topside, Malphite forced to use his R to escape. Akali almost securing the solo kill. Currently up a little over 30 CS right now on this Malphite. Bottom lane here, a little bit of trading, getting a little bit aggressive. Stun does land on the Tahm Kench. Taking a good chunk of damage, no jungler around to try to help him. Meanwhile, top side of the map, Udyr's going in for a gank here onto Akali, but bottom side of the map, they're trying to fight this thing to the death right now. Senna using the ultimate, doesn't end up getting the kill, gets the shielding though. Brand dropped very low, does get the kill onto Brand. And unfortunately, they're unable to trade it back. Meanwhile, top side...
just a few more seconds.
Zach going in for the kill, hits the flash W onto Conqueror. Dropping Conqueror very low, but is unable to kill him. But Akali flash secures it with the Q. Jhin getting the solo kill onto Senna, using the ultimate, and gets the double kill, getting the Tahm Kench as well. Meanwhile, though, top side of the map, Malphite trying to secure this kill onto Akali. Akali just dances around in the shroud, uses the E, trying to get away, goes back in, and they get the kill! He escaped, dodging the gank, but doesn't respect the Orianna. Orianna goes for the flash kill,
Orianna
cannot get it, trying to kite this out now, and Intensify just going to run her down and get yet another kill.
Orianna overshots her Q. Is looking really grim for the side of RV.
Wow, what an insane game this is.
Yeah, really explosive 10 minutes so far.
That it absolutely is. Not expecting this kind of early game action. I mean, if you're the side of I'm not trying, this is what you have to do. This is what you got to do to get your win. And I mean, if you don't, you know, that you would get outscaled. So they're playing exactly their win condition. Unfortunately, Royal Vagabonds right now, you know, they need to figure out a way to slow down this bleeding so they can get time to scale.
Yeah, that's exactly what they needed to do. Just slow it down a bit and let this Senna Tahm scale. Let this Udyr.
Mid lane here's Intensified going in. Pulls Ghost of Kiwi back.
3-level lead.
Yeah, this is a huge lead to have, especially on a mid lane Zac. Not what you would expect. Going full AP and doing a lot of burst damage. Not really expecting it. Doesn't quite hit the E, but hits the pullback and does a lot of damage with that W, chunking him. Orianna trying to trade back a little bit. Meanwhile, down here in bottom lane, Brand dropping the ultimate onto the Senna Tahm Kench, doing a lot of damage right now. Tahm Kench getting dropped very low, and looked like they were wanting to go back in for that re-engage because Conqueror was on bottom side of the map, but they read it so well, backed up, and now Senna Tahm Kench chunked very low, both under half HP, forced to run back. However, Conqueror is still on the bottom side of the map. Biostar walks up, face checks the brush. Conqueror going in, running him down, and gets the kill. 600 gold. Over
the TP from Akali has been stopped by Sid in the top side.
What an insane use of the Malphite ultimate to stop the teleport. Very well played from Sid right there to make sure that the Akali cannot get to the bottom lane fight to try to help him out. And looking like Senna Tahm Kench right now does have priority in this lane. Hopefully they'll be able to shove this thing in, maybe get a good reset. However, mid lane though, Wukong Zac going in and they burst him and get another kill. This time going over to the Wukong. Conqueror just unfortunately not really able to do anything about this, and currently Ghost of Kiwi now 2-6, having a little bit of a rough game here, you know, dealing with this Zac. And I mean, this is what's expected. I mean, you have to play with very proper vision control. If you don't, and you don't know where the Zac is, or you don't know where the Wukong is, you got to understand that there's a chance that you get jumped on at any given moment of the game.
True.
And looking like top lane here, Conqueror running up here top side, getting dropped very low though, almost gets solo killed by the Akali. Akali using the ultimate, doesn't get the kill. Conqueror was forced to flash, however, bottom side here of the map. Senna using the ultimate, almost killing Brand now. Jhin using the Gale Force, trying to get away, trying to kite this out, gets him dropped very low, using the ultimate. There's another double kill possibility here. Doesn't quite hit yet. Oh, and he gets the kill onto the Senna. And Tahm Kench now stuck in a really bad spot.
Outside the spot.
Jhin holding ultimate while letting his team run up there to try to secure the kill, and that they will. Gogo Fate drop very low, playing with fire, but ends up getting the kill anyways. Orianna now in this mid lane has to be very careful here because Wukong is now shadowing this mid lane as they are prepping for this dragon. Malphite has the push advantage. Now neither top laner currently has TP advantage, so you can expect neither top laner to be here for this dragon fight if they decide to go for it. However, the Zac and the Wukong are both invading, looking like they're going to try to take this blue buff from Conqueror.
Yeah, with no bot proud, they can definitely just run into the jungle.
Absolutely. Orianna is rotating over. Zac going in, a huge amount of damage, and nukes Ghost of Kiwi. Just absolutely destroyed right there. Zac committing the ultimate for the kill, and Ghost of Kiwi just had no chance right there. And that should just be a free dragon. Wukong did start up the dragon, and looking like Conqueror's not even going to attempt to contest it. So this is going to be the second dragon, the Cloud Dragon, going the way of I'm Not Trying.
Yeah, with mid dying, they just get a free drag on a respawn, on spawn. So overall, they just get another free drag.
Yeah, Wukong is down here for bottom side gank right now. Jin is not here yet, but Conqueror is, and looking like they're going to eat him. Wukong forced to use the flash, trying to get away, using the ultimate for the speed boost, but gets slowed and gets taken down. And there's a kill on the plots.
That's definitely the kill who you wanted on.
Conqueror's going for more though. Bioster force, use Gale Force to run away. Now hitting the Rue, looking like they're doing a ton of damage to this Tahm Kench. And drop very low, uses the cleanse a little bit unnecessarily. However, Orianna is here on bottom side of the map, commits the shockwave and doesn't end up getting the kill, just kind of drops in about half HP. And currently, Bioster and Gogo Fade are doing a very good job right now, dancing around these skills and doing their best to put out a ton of damage. Now, you're currently using the Jin ultimate and will not be able to secure the kill on a Tahm Kench, unfortunately missing the first two shots, but does drop him very low. However, does hit the W root and flashes for the kill, getting the Tahm Kench.
Bio lane here off on his Jin.
Oh my goodness, and Ghost of Kiwi just getting absolutely deleted again by this Zac. At some point, my man, you gotta respect the burst. And Zac now currently sieging this tier 2 tower in mid lane, doing some work here after getting the kill. Nobody there to answer. Conqueror forced to have to reset and come straight to mid out of base. However, in the bottom lane right now, Senna trying to kite this back using the exhaust, but still ends up getting killed by the Jin. And unfortunately, right now, this Jin is 6-2. If you're Royal Vagabonds, what do you got to do to try to come back into this? Well, actually, we'll hold that thought for just a minute.
Conqueror in the top side, getting on this Akali.
Can he do it? Akali using R2 to get out. Conqueror's still trying to run her down, though. Wukong is on top side of the map, though. He can try to rotate up here, and looking like he will. He did ping at Malphite using the ultimate for distance, but doesn't quite get in range now, and Wukong is here. They might try to kill this Malphite. And Malphite just stands still, knew he was dead, and ends up just going down. That is not what you want to see.
He knew he wasn't getting out, so he just goes ahead and dances in front of him.
Yeah.
Definitely Sidro move.
Yeah, when you realize you're dead, you just gotta start dancing. And I mean, it's 20-7 right now. This is about an 8K gold lead in favor of I'm Not Trying right now at 17 minutes in the game. It's gonna take a miracle at this point to save him. And mid lane, Ghost of Kiwi getting bursted and getting killed yet again. Zac taking half his health bar with just the EW combo. And oh my goodness, this is brutal.
Very brutal.
Looking like they are now sieging this tier 2 mid tower. They will end up getting it. Looking like they might try to push for a little bit more here while the bot lane is still bot and the top lane is still top. Zac looking like he was trying to go in there, misses the E, misses the Q. And Jin taking a little bit of tower shots now. They're trying to zone Conqueror off his tower, not letting him defend it. Meanwhile, Senna Tahm Kench did just get the reset, and a turret has slain Gogo Fate. Getting executed. Meanwhile, top side of the map, Akali gets the solo kill onto the Malphite, and now Conqueror looking like he's wanting to go in. Goes in with the ball, ends up dying, but they hit the big shockwave onto 3. Intensify now getting dropped very low, forced into the passive, and this should be a dead Intensify. Looking like they will end up getting the 2 bot landers in the mid. I mean, if you're gonna kamikaze into the enemy team with a Ori ball on you, you may as well if you're gonna be able to get results like that.
Yeah.
And looking like they're pinging this Akali.
They did need to do that.
Absolutely. Now Senna does hit the root onto Akali. Tahm Kench, however, just walking away from this, not looking like he wants to keep going for it. Senna looking like she wants more, though. Now Akali forced into Shroud. Akali doesn't have the ultimate, but it is coming up soon now. Doing her best to try to buy as much time as possible. Ultimate almost back up. Senna Tahm Kench trying to do the best they can, trying to put in some work, and looking like Akali now has ultimate available. She wants to go for it. Getting dropped very low, and there it is. Akali using R2 gets the kill onto Senna, outplaying the 1v2. Tahm Kench now forced to run. Gogo Fate is on top side of the map here now, clearing out some vision, and nobody from Royal Vagabonds is up here on this top side of the map to try to help him out. So Tahm Kench will be forced to just deal with the wave. Meanwhile, Conqueror, Ghost of Kiwi, are on this bottom side river, looking like they are rotating the mid right now with the Malphite. Zach is hovering mid. Wukong also bottom side of the map while this dragon is coming up. Looking like Zach might be trying to go in for this. He's going in. He ends up not hitting Ghost of Kiwi, but hits him with the ultimate, drops him very low. Brand now using the ultimate. Intensify getting the kill onto Ghost of Kiwi, having to commit the ignite to secure the kill for himself. Wukong now using his ultimate, and Malphite uses the R onto Zach, gets the kill with Udyr, and that is a double kill over to the side of Jin, using the ultimate to secure the kills, and this should just be a free dragon.
Definitely a free dragon over to INT. With that kill, with that engage going out big for Intensify. This
Absolutely.
goes ahead and suicide.
Oh, Bio looking like he wants to try to get the solo here on the plots.
And Bio
trying his best, gets exhausted on the 4th auto attack. Senna get dropped very low and ends up winning the 1v1, but will go down to the Akali.
Down to Akali.
You know what? It's all okay. If you're trying to fight the 1v1, you know, that's a pride thing at that point, you know, being able to say that you won that. But unfortunately, Rift Herald is now on the bottom side of the map being used. Baron is up right now, and they're just going to keep pushing on this bottom side, looking like they're going to try to siege this thing. And looking like they might be actually trying to back up here now, as Conqueror and Malphite are here to answer. Orianna did just get to the party now. Baron commits the ultimate, and looking like Akali trying to go for more. Zhonya's the fucking shockwave, going in for more, using the E, goes back in, gets the kill on the Malphite. Oh my goodness, Wukong going in now for some more. Udyr getting dropped very low, still somehow yet alive. Intensify trying to chew off more than he can. Going in, forced to get out, and a huge chunk of damage coming out from the Brand as the passive is taking, burning everybody, and Senna gets the kill on the Brand. TP is now being committed. This is from the Akali. She doesn't have the ultimate, but she will have a full health bar, and looking like she's going to try to go for this. Intensify going back in with the E, ends up getting the kill onto Tahm Kench, barely getting out with his life. And that looks like all she wrote. They're going to try to push this mid now. Meanwhile, Senna, Orianna, and Udyr are going to hold this bot lane. Malphite now rotating to this mid. He has the ultimate. They can look for more. Bio now trying to do some damage here, but ends up getting rooted. Malphite's going to go with the ultimate, and Gale forces it, flashes at him, doesn't get the kill. All that style for nothing, and Wukong now has the ultimate available, but did end up going to top lane. Intensify does jump in here, trying to fight this, ends up getting the kill onto the Senna, dropping him very low. Akali also using the ultimate, doing a ton of damage here, looking for the triple kill, trying to secure it onto Ghost of Kiwi, but will not be able to. Tahm Kench comes in, uses the W, eats the Orianna, and takes her away from the danger. Meanwhile, Akali is still here wave clearing, and they're pinging that they want to do this Baron. Meanwhile, Intensify is still pushing this bottom lane, sees them rotate to it, and will be forced to back off. Oh, what an action!
Really explosive mid game. That's all I gotta say. Is just explosive around the back.
We are 22 minutes in the game, and there are 46 kills.
Yeah,
this is more than 2 kills a minute. Yeah, absolutely. And looking like they are starting up this Baron now. Going to try to 2-man it with the Wukong Brand. Akali now just sitting in a brush, waiting for this Tahm Kench to walk up here, and look like she's going to try to do a bunch of damage, but this is a Tahm Kench. This man takes a lot of damage. Conqueror now looking like he wants to try to get this Akali. Akali just stands around in the shroud, though. Malphite is now here. Malphite doesn't quite yet have his ultimate up. Yeah, looking like they are going to secure this Baron after about 5 years. Intensify looking like he wants to try to fight over this red buff. He says this is his buff, goes in, does a ton of damage. Conqueror getting dropped very low, commits the ignite. Conqueror trying his best to run away and will barely get out of here alive. But Zach looking like he still wants more. Will not be able to secure the kill on the Conqueror though. Tahm Kench getting dropped very low, uses the shield, trying to get out of this, but will still end up going down to Biostir in the Jhin ultimate, using the curtain call. Now Intensify still has passive available, trying to run out of here. Alrighty, now, and looking like they do still have Baron buff. They got 5 members up. At some point, you know, you're up so much gold, you may as well just group mid and try to push down and end this thing.
Yeah, that's all you just do it. Just ARAM it, just end the game at this point.
Yeah, I mean, it's
a brutal game. That bad.
Yeah, this is a brutal game. At some point, you know, you go for the throat. You know, you sweep the leg, and right now, we're seeing, looking at these items, Jin did go Gale Force and Lord Doms. So we haven't really had a chance to break down the items yet, but what do you think about going the Lord Dominic second in this game?
Yeah, they have a lot of there are a lot of tanky on red side, so Lord Dom second is definitely the build here. You always go Gale Force into LDR if they have like more than one tank.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking at Royal Vagabonds comp right now, it looks like they have 4 tanks right now with the Malphite, Udyr, Tahm Kench, and Senna going with the tanky option.
Yep.
Hold that thought just a minute, though. Intensify going for yet another solo kill. This time going after the Malphite, and will end up getting it, commits the ultimate, and gets the kill. Malphite now, unfortunately, 0-8. Will be forced to sit there on the gray screen while his top tower is getting taken. Meanwhile, though, in this bottom side river, Akali's going in looking for a lot here. Uses R2 already. No longer has the ultimate. Conqueror getting dropped very low and ends up getting taken down by the Wukong. Jin now using the curtain call, looking like they're going after the Senna Tahm Kench. They're just trying to get out of here. And last shot does end up landing on the Tahm Kench, gets dropped very low. Will get slowed and looking like they're going to leave Wukong to finish the kill. Meanwhile, though, Akali going for the Senna, trying to secure this kill. And then top side of the map, Zach and Brand are looking like they're trying to end this game here. And there is the root. The Jin W root secures the last kill onto Senna. Last man standing is the Malphite, now respawning while the rest of his base is on fire. Brand and Zach are currently now taking down this top inhib tower, pushing in with the Baron buff, and looking like they're just going to go in, going for this, and they will end up securing the kill onto this Malphite. Jin getting the kill, and last 2 towers are now falling. The Nexus is exposed, and they are going for the end, and this should be all she wrote. Conqueror now flashing and trying to stop him, and the game
ends for me
is
here.
done. We have no idea if Conqueror lived right there or not. And you want to take a bet? You think he lived? I don't think.
Likely not. That was a Gen 4 shot. That's a dead Udyr.
Yeah, I think that's a dead Udyr as well. And that will be the game. I'm Not Trying ends up taking down Royal Vagabonds in aggressive and spectacular fashion. 26-minute game, and we get 63 kills, 53 kills, 53 kills. I'm tripping.
Yeah, 53.
12 towers a piece, or not a piece, but together. So, wow. Intensify.
Right, welcome, Intensify.
What's up, boys?
Bro, I could not breathe this entire game. What the hell?
Me neither. Me neither.
So, first, let's start with this draft. The Zach mid lane pick. That's a spicy one. Most people wouldn't expect. What else? What can you not play in mid lane?
Yasuo Yone. Never have to worry about that. I don't play those champs.
Gotcha. So, coming straight out of draft, you pull out the Zach mid lane. Was that the plan all along? Is that what you guys wanted to run, or was that kind of the last minute?
Oh, it was last minute, of course, but there's been so much shit going on. I prepared like 15 drafts for this game just to scuff them all and say, you know what, I don't even care. Let's just pick whatever the hell we want. And the real all-star of this game, honestly, was the Samira. Like, she popped off.
Yeah, that Samira pick looking deadly. That was the best Samira pick I ever seen.
Really good Samira.
I love that Samira.
I'm sorry.
I knew you guys were going to draft it.
Memes aside, why Jin over Samira if Samira's left up?
Well,
because we entered the draft.
I mean, I had the Jin prepped with the brand. I wanted to play it, and I'm sick of my AD carry telling me at the last minute to change plans. So I said, you know, screw you. We're gonna give you Jin, and he was not very happy about it.
Yeah, I saw him hovering the Samira. I'm sure he wanted that pick.
Yeah, that. Look, man, I'm still reeling from that one. I'm trying to catch my breath here. So,
you guys like that level 1 tower dive top?
That was beautiful dive.
Yeah. Was it the plan to go for something spicy at level 1, or is that just an opportunity and you saw it there?
No, we saw a Malphite like walk into pit or something, and I'm like, all right, let's go for it.
Gotcha. Yeah, you ended up going for it, burning the ignite, burning the flash, and being sent into passive and still dying. Do you think that was worth it?
Oh, hell yeah. Dude, I got my Dark Seal level 1.
I mean,
you see how many kills I got? 25 stacks on my Medjai's.
Yeah, so does Zach counter Orianna? Or are you just that good?
Everyone. Zach counters everyone. I'm not just that
Yeah.
good. He's just a busted champ.
Gotcha. Understandable. Dude, you played insane. Your team played really well. You guys didn't want to give me a chance to catch my breath pretty much ever, so I appreciate
Whole
that.
game explosive. That's all I can say.
Yeah. You know what? Thanks for being my moral support today, Damar. I know you didn't really get the chance to cast a whole hell of a lot, but
No, I'm
any
letting you
closing
do it. You
thoughts?
go ahead.
Yeah.
Nah, man. Intensifies. Congrats on the win. IMT.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Thank you. All right, have a good day, guys.
Yeah, take
You
care,
too.
man. Alrighty,
Alright.
guys. Well, that's gonna do it for us here. Spicy matchup today. I'm Not Trying versus Royal Vagabonds. Definitely a banger all the way through. And with that said, we're gonna go and close out the stream. Thank you very much to everybody who came out and watched. And we'll be live again with the next match as soon as it is posted.
We'll see you guys then. Thank you for having us.